It's an Indian summer afternoon. Perfect conditions for football, and off we go on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
Ready up.
56, the mock boy, 56. Check 56. Hey, watch the screen.
Steve Griffin.
The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 17 yards and a giant first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Now Saquon Barkley. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
You guys will take 3. 218, chop it. 5.
2nd and 5. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
Set. 18 Gator.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. The DN, Jonathan Allen, making sure his presence is felt. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area, and they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
He'll look to throw, and Tate's got it. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time.
Alpha.
They'll look to throw here. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Now back to throw. He's got his man. This is Tate. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. It makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. third down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Buying time to his left. Oh, trying to fit it into Shepard, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Well, CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield, and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
First carry for Darius Geis. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's third down. And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on third down. Now Haskins, third and long. And he will find his man on the outside. 17 yards that time and a Washington first. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Hey, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got a turnover? We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Now a handoff. Geis going right. And some room to work. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Redskins have the first down on a pickup of 18. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan.
Redskins have the first down on a pickup of 18. So back-to-back. This defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Now a throw here to his running back. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. It's a gain of 5, and it'll make it second down. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is, finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you've got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Tyler Croft, the tight end, the one he was looking for. And it'll bring up third down. Haskins on third down. And that's caught by Smith. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. They'll get just a couple, but the sticks move again. We're scoreless after one. Haskins looking to throw on first down. This will be caught inside the 10. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Throwing again, here's Haskins. And the grab by Croft. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Haskins back to the air. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
That's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. On second down, Love. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
They've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on 3rd and goal? On 3rd and goal, Haskins into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20, 10, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tent.
That's your boy Old Mo. You said momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now.
They've got his man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 37 yards. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
They'll let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Play action. Haskins. That's complete. It's Collins. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. 5 yards on the catch there brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Again, it's Haskins. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It is tough to complete pass against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Here's Haskins. That's going to be caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
So 1st and goal and a chance to make amends for the earlier pick 6. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. They come out here in the I. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. On the ground, Geis. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Hopkins with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you. And you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 11.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. 3rd down. Here's Haskins. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
On the ready. Pilot, 64, weak. 5.
Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. And the Redskins scoop it. 30, past the 20. And he gets it back into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery leading to a Washington touchdown. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
They'll look to throw. Looking for Shepard deep. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. A second quarter score from down in Houston. And the early going, it's the Texans out in front. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Anthony Barr picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's Geis. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Haskins. He's got his running back, Darius Geis. A pickup of 24, and that's where the play began, the 24-yard line.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Kill. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Now Haskins on 1st down. Going right side here, and that's complete. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. On 1st down, it's Haskins. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here, 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Second and 10. He's going to fire one deep over. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. 20, 10, and he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Not time enough for a play and then a timeout, you wouldn't think. So with 4 seconds left, they're going for it. It's a quarterback sneak. And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Redskins in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Kevin King with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Right there, 56. Watch the pass.
Keep dribbling.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Reuben Foster picks it. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Redskins touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And it's a big advantage of it when the other direction. Excellent blocking and picked up a touchdown.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. He'll look to throw. And Tate's got it. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's first and 10. A toss out to Barkley. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
Down to the 70, Indy. You remember me?
Second and 15. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jonathan Allen able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. So under pressure again, and down he goes again. Jonathan Allen able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. And he's going to go down again. Jonathan Allen. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
Watch out, watch out.
They'll try to get this running game going with Geis. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. 2nd down, Haskins. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing it.
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. It'll be a gain of 4, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
And we're into the 2nd half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
Chopper! Hey, Haywood!
They'll try and throw for it here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 21. And he will score. Touchdown. Washington. Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 1st down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. 2nd and 9 now. This is Shepard on the catch. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The Giants on third down. They've converted 3 times and 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 5. He's got his man. This is Tate. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins 36.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
A first down carry for Barkley. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. On 1st and 10, Dobbs looking for the end zone. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Dobbs. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a first down. Throwing here, Dobbs. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer. Rosas good with the extra point. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game, the interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw with this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
They go play action with Haskins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dexter Lawrence. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now Haskins to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. And the pressure gets to him again. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
On play action, Haskins. And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
From the 30 on second down, Dobbs. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Dobbs now 5 straight completions here in this second half, 1st and 10. On play action, it's Dobbs. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Off the play fake, here's Dobbs. Looking for Shepard deep. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, they really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Off the edge, the sack by Matt Ioannidis. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on 3rd and long. Dobbs. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. On 4th down. Dobbs. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down, and the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now Haskins, 3rd and long. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 88 yards. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Got to be feeling confident they're going to get off the schneid. An old coach told me he calls this a relief win. 0-3 would have been bad. You get to 1-2, you feel a lot better, don't you?
That is so true, and you feel better about yourself. You think to yourself, okay, we're still in the playoff hunt. We're not out of it at 0-3. But the other part, too, it leads to doubt about your system, leads to doubt about your coaches. They don't have to worry about that now. They can move forward.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like
a battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Now a timeout called for by the defense as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game.
Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's on, go. Check.
Here's Haskins to throw.
Check 26.
Flushed out right. And he finds McLaurin. 25 yards that time.
And they just hit another big completion there. And I think in days gone by in the NFL, you might have asked, is this a little bit of overkill? Is this rubbing it in? I don't think people feel the same way nowadays.
It's the age-old argument. Then you could say on the other side, if you're going to get angry about it, stop it, right?
Go ahead and stop me. And I think a lot of the times they just look at it like, let's just play the game. And however it turns out, it turns out.
So hail to the Redskins as they get the victory here. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the Redskins, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Big numbers, hundreds in the bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad be best though. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more dress though. Hit your thought, I'ma catch those. Mexican, don't make pesos. Hit your sus, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, like them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to guard.
Big numbers, 100 in the bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man, got him hot. Ay, man can't ball like this, man. Lord, past the big skin when he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, count it up. Ay, hundreds and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Ay, she want it like me cause her lame, she can't count on him. She try to be nosy and hit on my ex. She like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey, hey, we need more. Tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep the score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, blue hunts. Whole team counting, that's a big number.
Blow your mind.
Ooh, why you do that like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Ay. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. Ay. I cop a car, I run it back. Go on your then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Hello? That's the jag calling. Let me click over real quick to let my jag talk it. I eat it, ooh, Pac-Man. That's the way my neck talking. Right? I ain't never coming back the way the stress. You don't make no clap back when you backpack, my bad. But I'm past that with a NASDAQ. That's cash when the money fall, I'ma slap that. Clap when the money go, you don't slap. That's facts. If the money low, I'ma grab brown man. When it come back, I'ma give back my bad. When the check hit, the direct hit. I'm glad when the check missed the direct hit. I'm sad like, who's that knocking at my window? My window. They say that it's the money, I'm like tenfold. Over and out. That's gon' make you up like a limbo. She said she not a, she an. Ay. Ooh, why you do that like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Ay. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. Ay. I cop a car, I run it back. Go on your then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again.